welcome to the Power of Your Voice. This show is designed to give a speaking platform to individuals that have powerful messages that can change the lives of others. My name is Melanie Nelson, and I am the Executive Director for Northwest Victim Services. This episode of the Power of Your Voice will focus on homicides and how it affects families, friends, and their loved ones. Today, our guests are Samyiah and Shameekah, who lost a loved one to gun violence. Samyiah lost her brother Messiah to gun violence, and it caused her to want to end her life. Gun violence is affecting so many people in the city of Philadelphia, throughout the Commonwealth of PA, and around the world. How do we begin to reach young people who resort to using gun violence to solve their issues? How can some of the youth today figure out or know how to solve problems without resulting to gun violence? Samyiah will help us shed a little light on how gun violence has affected her family. Welcome, Samyiah, and Shameekah. Welcome.
Hi.
Samyiah, your brother, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Tell me how to pronounce it again.
Samyiah.
Samyiah, your brother was murdered in 2017, Messiah.
Yes.
And the young man who killed your brother, he did not know him at all.
No.
At the time when the homicide occurred, did it affect your life at that moment, or did it progress?
Things just kept building up. Like, it wasn't like, it hit me, but like, I was like in denial, like, so it was like, as time go on and things kept happening, that's when, yeah.
That's when it happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the funeral, did it hit you at that time?
Yeah.
Did it hit you when you were in court and you had to testify? Because I was there with you when you had to do your victim impact statement, but that was at the time of sentencing. So did it affect you at that time, or did it affect you when you were by yourself? When did it affect you the most?
I think just going through all the emotions, like I think it just kept affecting me, and it's just like I kept brushing stuff off. Like even when he was at the hospital, even at court, being by myself, it's just like a nonstop reminder. So.
That your brother was gone?
Yeah.
So tell me about the day when it was too much for you to bear and you wanted to take your own life. Walk me through that day.
Me, my sister, and my mom just came back from Vegas, and I was fine. I was happy, but I wasn't living with my mom at the time. I was living with my grandma, and when that day we were supposed to go to the Spirit of Philadelphia for my grandfather's birthday, so we're leaving out, and I'm telling her like that I'm not in the mood and I just don't feel good. I had got into an incident with my biological dad, and I just was like not in the mood, and like she kept like saying, like she kept forcing me to go, and I kept telling her like I don't want to go. We go there, and it's just like everybody wanted me to act not me. Like it was just weird. Like I felt like they was forcing me to do stuff that I didn't even want to do. Like I'm just like I don't want to do that. So like with that and like just everything that was going on, how I was feeling that week, it just made me like I don't even know why I'm still living. Like and just made me give up on myself in life.
How long between that period and the passing of your brother? How long was it?
It wasn't that long. It wasn't. We went that summer, right? That he died.
The following summer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it had to be like 7, 8 months.
Okay. And you actually had a plan
Yeah,
to end your life?
we was by Penn's Landing, and the bridge is right there. So like I was just walking down towards the bridge, and my grandma kept calling me. Like at first, like I wasn't answering my phone, and I wasn't picking up, and then like my mom kept calling. My mom called my grandma, talked to my grandma, and stuff like that. And then I'm like, I'm answering, and then they was like, Samyiah, what are you doing? Like, are you okay? And I'm talking to them, and they like, Samyiah, just calm down, wait there, I'm on my way. And I just kept walking. My mom like, Samyiah, don't do this to me. Like, she just, like, my mom was just scared, like, I don't know.
Okay. So, Shameekah,
Yes.
so you lost your son. Your daughter lost her brother.
Yes.
So when all of this was going on with your baby girl, did you see any signs, or was your daughter just her normal self, or she wanted to be alone and you thought that was normal because she lost her brother? Like, did you see any signs that would lead you to believe that she wanted to end her life?
Not immediate signs. I know that they were very close in age, so I know they had always compared themselves as being twins. So I know that it was something that, of course, she took really hard, like everyone else in the family. I didn't think that Samyiah would do anything to harm herself. There were times after the incident where she would say things. I just thought that it was kind of emotional. I didn't think that she would actually try to or have a plan to end her life. So when I got the call that day, because she originally called my mother, and my mother called me, you know, it was like it was kind of like my feeling was how I felt when I lost my son. Of course, I didn't, want to lose my daughter, and I immediately jumped in my car, ran down to where she was to go get her, to find her some help, just to physically put hands on her, to know, that I had her and that we would get through this together. So it is something that the entire family took relatively hard.
Okay, okay. And so when mom came to get you, what happened after that?
Got in a car. My mom and my grandmom started looking up crisis hospitals. Then my mom took me to Children's Hospital. At 203.
302.
Yeah, I got 302, and they transported me in the ambulance to the crisis center. I stayed there for 5 days, and it was just weird being in there. Like, it was like wall, nothing but wall. And then we had to be out our room with everybody, and that's not me. I like to be by myself.
Okay.
So it was just weird. I was just confused. I didn't even know what to do.
But did they help you?
Yeah, they helped me.
Okay. And are you still receiving therapy
Yes,
today?
I am.
Okay. So how common is it, with you being a young lady, how common is it that you know someone young like yourself who was affected by gun violence, or that are dealing with homicides in their families as well? Do you know a lot of young people?
I know a lot. I know most of the kids that go to my school, they lost their brother and their uncle and their cousins and stuff to gun violence. I know too many people my age. I know so many people. I can write on a whole sheet of paper, front and back. It's just crazy. That everybody's just losing people to gun violence.
That's horrible. And Mom, that's really, really disturbing.
Yes.
That so many of our young people know someone who was affected by gun violence, whether it's gun violence or homicides, and they didn't make it. So this is so disturbing. So tell me about Messiah. Tell me some beautiful things about Messiah, and then we'll move from there.
Well, Messiah was a jokester. Messiah liked to, he was the nitpicker, as you could say, of the family, but that was just Messiah. He loved to joke, he loved to play. My son had the biggest heart that this universe has ever seen. Okay. He loved animals, he loved children. older than him, younger than him. He just loved to be a motivation for his friends. He liked to just give them encouraging words, tell them that they can, be whatever it is that they want to be. My son made a major impact on the people whose lives that he came in contact with. Still to this day, his friends go on his social media, speak to him as if he was here, ask his advice. And it brings me some joy at times because I'm able to see that the good that I instilled in my son, he was able to show to others. And they hold that and cherish that dearly.
Okay, well, that's awesome. And the young man who murdered your son didn't even know your son. So there was no confrontation, there was no issues or anything like that. Did that bother you even more that your brother lost his life and this young man didn't know him at all?
It didn't bother me, but it left me with questions like, like what did he do to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did he do?
Right.
Like, you just, like I don't even know, over a little argument, a fight. Like, what did he do to you? Like, it's just, I don't know. I just got questions, like why? Like, when your right mind told you, oh, I don't even know him. I don't even know his name. Like, I don't know who he would be with. I don't even know what area he live in. And I'm just shoot him. Like,
Was it hard for you to sit in the courtroom and then see his family, because there's no barriers? And I was in the courtroom with you guys, but was it very hard for you to sit there and compose yourself? Because I do remember.
yes, it was,
the day.
because it's like, we didn't shoot him. Like, we didn't shoot him. Y'all shot my brother. And all you think you can get out of this is he said he feel remorseful. But like, he not showing it. Like his mom not saying like, yeah, my son did a bad thing. Like, I know my son did a bad thing. No, you saying my son did a bad thing, I'm gonna help him out and it's okay. It's not okay.
Right.
It's not okay.
Right.
Like how can you even dare to even sit there and smirk and laugh and joke and think that it's funny? Like, how?
Right.
Your son just killed somebody.
Right.
And all you can say is he was being bullied. How if he didn't know him?
Right, right. And I know that hurt as well, because there was untruths that was spread about your son.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So I know that hurt.
It hurt, and it continuously dragged on the process. I was so in defense of my son for being murdered that I couldn't even grieve him because of that. And it's really devastating.
All right. All right. So are you in therapy, Mom, as well?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, my therapy is continuing to help others, being an advocate for victims. That's how I get through, just doing what is inside of me to try to give back. And something that I know my son would have done is to give back as much as he can. So I try to give back and inform and support in any way that I can.
Okay. Now, Samyiah, I got it right?
Mm-hmm.
Samyiah. So with you knowing these other young people, do you know if any of those young people are in therapy to heal, or how are they getting through, or is it the norm for them?
No, like, when stuff like that happen, like when you lose somebody to gun violence, like, you try to cope with it on your own, because it's just like, dang, like, nobody could feel, like, I can sit here and talk to you 1,000 times, but you're not going to understand how I'm feeling.
So true. Right.
You're not. So it's like, why sit here and pour my heart out to somebody that is not even going to understand my pain? Like, especially people at my school, like, I know too many people, they just like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing it. not because they don't want help, it's because they don't think that's the right help. Like when you, like, kids nowadays in my generation, when you kill someone they love one, they don't go cry and be like, I need therapy. They want revenge. Like that's all they think of. Like they just angry and mad. Like that's really what it is. Like it's not them turning to, like my mom forced me to get therapy. Like I wasn't for it. I'm like, no, like
Okay.
Like-
So you said something very, very powerful, is that the reason why young people don't want to have therapy is because I can't relate to what you went through. So tell me, how do you think we heal? Or how can someone help you heal? And then how can someone help the young people heal who is affected by gun violence?
I mean, if you keep it honest, like you be honest with us, keep it a buck, like you be like dead serious, like, and you just like talk to us, like try to really get down to the root of it, like before it gets to anything. Like you don't even gotta talk, just being around somebody just make you feel closer to the person. Like we gotta feel comfortable in order to even speak our mind about anything. That's one. Distraction, we gotta keep them busy. Like I keep myself busy. Like I really be trying to keep myself busy, because the more I sit and think, the more stressed and like irritated I get. So it's like you just gotta keep them busy. Like it don't matter what y'all do. Like if you really want to help them and get them out their fun, keep them busy. Go take them to the park. Go play basketball. Like you just gotta keep like you can't let their mind just be on the same thing, cause like it's just not gonna work. Like you gotta just let them feel comfortable with you and just keep them active. Even if it's, oh, we about to go draw or something. Like you just gotta keep them active.
Right.
Like I don't know.
Okay. But do you think peer support is important? Like if you decide to start a support group because you've been there? So do you think young people can help young people? Because you've been through that situation, do you think that kind of support group would be good for them?
Young people help young people every day nowadays. I can't go up to my mom and tell my mom like was literally all the ways wrong with me sometimes, because then my mom just gonna be like, what the heck? Like people your age get like what you going through. It's at least 2 to 3% of the people in the world that can literally understand like your pain. Like yes, like I felt that too. Like that's crazy, right? Like it's just
Right.
when you get a bond with somebody, especially somebody around your age, it's really like just like warming, you know? Like it just keep you sane. Like you be like, I know I'm not going crazy. Like,
Right.
So it's like when you have somebody your age and y'all click and y'all just like, yeah, like, and then you get to start talking to them like, maybe you should do this and maybe you should do that. I think that would help. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So when you have your bad days now, knowing what happened and how you miss your brother, do you communicate with mom? Do you say, Mom, listen, I'm having a bad day.
No.
I need a hug. I need a kiss. I need to sit down and talk to you. So if you don't do that, what support system do you have in place for that? And then how do you get past those bad days?
I don't know. Like it's just I can't go to my mom. My mom, I'll be feeling like I'll be strong for my mom sometimes. I don't want to cry,
It's okay.
but sometimes I feel like I'm strong for my mom because that's my mom's son, you know. Like she also got pain, so me putting more pain on top of that is just it's not making anything easier. So it's like I just gotta sit there, and gotta think, like, what can I do to get myself out this funk? Like, that's why I be telling my mom, like, Mom, I wanna go to the beach.
Okay.
Even though it's November, I be like, Mom, I wanna go to the beach because, just cause, like being around fresh air, reading a book, stuff like that, it really gets my mind off of it, like, and like my bad days, like, they affect me. Yeah, they affect me. Like sometimes they even stop what I really want to do. Like Like, I wasn't going to school for weeks because I was so sad and I just didn't want to see nobody. I just wanted to be by myself. So, like, it's just, I just,
So you
I
just
just go
carry
with the,
that burden
yeah.
yourself because you don't want to bother mom.
I just go with the flow. That's how I get out of it.
Wow.
I just literally just be like, Samyiah, you got, come on, get yourself together, girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so.
And you go. Now, mom, did you know that?
I kind of did because she's like me.
Okay.
I do the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
I don't really, when I'm having bad days, I don't really tell anyone. Because I don't want it to be the domino effect.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we all, unfortunately, handle each other.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's a ripple effect. It's not just with us. It trickles down.
Right. Right.
You know.
So you do know that you're gonna have to get in therapy, which is gonna have to be important. But you should give each other that hug. And no, I have not been where you're living. But even just going up to mom and giving her a hug, like
I
when
do.
you're feeling.
She does that.
No, I'm
I
not
do
saying.
that.
I'm saying when you're feeling bad, so then mom knows. Okay, you can say it without saying it.
I just do it, period.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you can do maybe that can be like your code when she comes up to you and give you a hug and you're like, okay, my baby girl is not. It's a bad day. So you can say it without saying it, but then you give each other the support. So, and I can tell that you're real strong for mom, which is good, and you're the rock of the family. I can tell that. So, and you have those bad days. So, which is not good. So, but I'm real sorry for your loss. And your mom has been, and I say this to your mom all the time, I don't know how you're still standing. Your mom is just,
She's strong.
She is, and she's a strong, awesome woman. And she started volunteering for Northwest Victim Services and became the Project Outreach Advocate. So she helps victims every day, all day. So, and she's really strong.
That's what
and
she talk about.
Yeah,
her
and I
victim.
appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you do. And I think it's important for people to be in that position because I can't relate to the mothers that we go see that lost their child.
Right.
But Shameekah can offer that support. And I know it's hard for you, but it takes such a strong woman to be able to do that. I probably would still be under my bed, you know what I mean, crying every day. But it takes such a strong woman to do that. And I really appreciate you. I love you for what you do and for what you do for the victims. So we're gonna have to start a support group. What high school do you go to?
Frankfurt.
Oh, you go to Frankfurt High School. Okay, and I hear you're doing wonderful things. So that's good.
Ma, they broke my elephant in ceramics. I made an elephant in ceramics.
Oh, and they broke it.
And they broke the legs off.
Okay, all right. So I'm glad you didn't do anything
Yeah.
to the ones who broke the legs off the elephant. But that's good. That's good. Okay. So what would you say to the young people who are suffering because of a loss of a loved one? What would you say to them? What encouraging words would you say to them?
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, cause it really is. Like you one day, right? Boom, somebody gets shot, your family. The next day, $1 million could be in your pocket. You never know. Like it's just, I don't know. Like I just tell them you gotta take it one step at a time. Every day is just gonna be different. Like don't think it's gonna be the same. Like, and stop opportunities for yourself because you just in your bubble, like you just like no, like it's not gonna be okay. Even being in a negative state or a negative thought could change your day. So like I just tell them like everything gonna be all right.
That's good. Do you have more good days than you do bad?
I got these past 2 months, almost 3 months, I had bad days, all all bad days. Like, it's just been, like, just bad. And I think I'm starting to come to the good.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm starting to think, like, more positive. I'm starting to go back to being myself a little bit.
Okay.
So, yeah, like,
Were the bad days because of the anniversary of
Yeah.
your brother's
yeah,
death? Okay. So, but you're starting to get back to normal. Okay. Slowly but surely.
slowly.
Okay. So, how are you, Mom?
It's the same. It's when this time of the year comes, it's like unexplainable. I don't even know what happened. Something, yes, it's grief just takes over me, and it's just really hard to deal, hard to cope, hard to stay focused. It's a trying time.
Yeah. So, and when was the anniversary?
October the 15th, but it kind of starts on the 11th. My son was shot on the 11th, and he was in the hospital fighting for his life for 4 days, and then the 15th, and the day I buried him, and it's just so many days that's associated with that one
Day.
incident.
That changed your life forever. I'm so, so sorry for your loss.
I think I appreciate that.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Power of Your Voice. If you know someone in crisis, or if you're in crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Again, that number is 1-800-273-8255. Remember, your voice matters, and your voice can make a difference. You can be the one to change the world. The power of one starts with you. Thank you for joining us.